If you see my pillows, ignore them. If you see this, ignore it, please. I keep making videos and just not being happy with them, which doesn't feel great. Does not feel good. But I want to talk about at least the books that I want to read soon. We got 3 library books. One of them is off of my TBR technically because I have it in the Fairy Loot edition, but I don't want to read the Fairy Loot edition because it's so pretty and I don't want to mess it up. So I got a normal copy from the library. Now, realistically, am I going to read all these books this month? Probably not. In fact, I'll talk about one of them, but it will be an October TBR book, more than likely. Okay, so I guess we'll talk about the library books that I have out right now. So I started a new, I think it's called manhwa. I don't know how to say it right, and I'm afraid I've said it wrong, but it's like a manga in the style of a graphic novel. Anyways, it's called Solo Leveling. I've read the first 2 graphic novels, consistently good so far. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see where it goes. Like I said, I'm only 2 volumes in. I have 3 out from the library. I'm waiting for the rest. I hope they come in soon because I'm very sad that I can't just binge it all, but who cares? Oh well. Next, I have The Moth Keeper by Kay O'Neill. This one I've been waiting on literally since it came out, so I don't remember when it came out, but I've been waiting on it since then. And the last one, this is the book off of my TBR, is Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. If I don't end up giving Lore a chance, this is the last Alexandra Bracken book I'm giving a chance, and I'm only giving it a chance because I got it in a Fairy Loot. So yeah, Whisper. Let's talk about the books that are on my TBR. So first off, of course, I want to try getting to Forget Me Not this month. I'm thinking of making it like my last read of the month because it's so short, and why not? No, girl, no. No, Whisper. I've had this since July, I think. But yeah, I want to get to it finally because, oh yeah, I haven't technically talked about it on my YouTube channel. Haha, I'll talk about it in a second. Yeah, so, and I read the first 3 chapters, I think. Not even first 3 chapters of Mile High by Liz Tomford. I picked this up very sporadically because these books are getting picked up by a publisher and getting new covers, I think. And so I wanted this one, so I own it now. I guess I can technically talk about, I also own The Right Move also. I got this one off of Pengo, and then like a day before it was supposed to come, that's when I saw the announcement for this one, so I got them on the same day. But yeah, this one I'll probably read in October. The last book in this trilogy comes out in October, which is why I want to read them soon. So this is a hockey romance. The other one is a basketball romance, I believe. Okay, this one I literally just got yesterday and I picked it up because it's fucking signed. It's hand signed by the author, but this is With Love from Cold World by Alicia Thompson. I'm kind of interested in Love in the Time of Serial Killers, but then I looked up the Goodreads rating and I am glad that I got this one first. I think this takes place in December, which is kind of funny that it came out in like August or September, but yeah, I want to get to this soon. I went to Barnes & Noble yesterday, totally not meaning to pick this one up, and then I saw they had the signed copy, only 2 copies in, and so I was like, well, I guess I have to pick it up then, so I picked it up. Of course, I'm only 42 pages in, so I have technically started this, but it's Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. I'm so excited to finally get to Lucian and Salone's story. I've been waiting for this since I read Things We Never Got Over, so I'm very excited for this one. I'm going to read this probably next after what I'm currently reading, which I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna pick this back up and continue it because this is so long. It is 581 pages. So this is gonna take me probably not a while, but a bit at least. But the book I'm reading right now is Assistant to the Villain. I'm only 59 pages in. I just started this today. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I like the characters. Of course, there was a moment where I was like, at the guy character, the villain, and then I was like, I can't expect him to be a good person. He's a villain. What am I doing? I'm just so used to like the good guys. I'm liking it a lot so far. I'm excited. This one I also got yesterday. This is what I went to Barnes & Noble to get. And then I saw With Love from Cold World with Love? No, With Love from Cold World. That was the old title, which was From Cold World with Love. It's such a confusing title. Anyways, yeah. So this is what I'm currently reading, technically alongside things we left behind. Yeah. I'm gonna keep reading this tonight. Because like I said, I'm only 59 pages in. I want to at least try getting to page 100. Let me see. And okay, cool. I can. That's chapter 14. So that's only 7 more chapters. Because then it'll put me this far in. This book is very short. It's only 340 pages. So, yeah. I also want to show off. I got the Build-A-Bear pumpkin kitty. Isn't she so cute? I named her after Morgan Crow, but I'd like to call her Mog, just like Morgan Crow. You know, I'm her Jupiter. Yeah, I just wanted to show that off because why not? Anyways, I almost ended off this clip without realizing I didn't even talk about my TBR. So, I'm starting Project TBR 0, which means that I unhauled a bunch of my TBR. I have less than 30 books on my TBR now, and that's including like fantasy books that I want to read. So, as of this month, I've already read 3 books. 2 of those were off of my TBR. One of those books that wasn't on my TBR, technically, was Solo Leveling because I got it on Friday, finally read it last night. So, like, it wasn't going to stay on my TBR. Yeah, these are all books on my TBR that are part of those under 30 pile. Same with this one. And I've placed, this is one of my October TBR books, but Into the Drowning Deep back on my TBR. So these are all part of my TBR. Let me get these back on my shelf. I've already read 3 books this month. The first one was Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. I knew I would. And then I spontaneously decided to read Yellowface, and that's a book I'm gonna think about for a very long time. Like, I gave it 4 stars. I literally could not put it down. I devoured it in like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, that book was insane. Yeah, I think I've made the decision to scrap my last scrap my last reading vlog and my September, like, October reading plans video, just because, I don't know, neither of them made me happy. I will say, highlight of the reading vlog that I made last month in August, I finally read The Stand-In by Lily Chu, rated at 5 stars. I love it so much. Welcome to the September reading vlog. I will check in again tomorrow night when I've read more of Assistant to the Villain, because I'm so into this right now. I literally couldn't stop thinking about it. So yeah, let me go finish reading. We haven't done this angle in a while, but I didn't want to update until I got to my, until I got to my reading goal of the night, which is page 200, which is this far in. I have how much left? I have this much left. Goodreads says I'm 56% of the way through, but I feel like I should be more. Anyways, yeah, still enjoying it. I'm liking the sort of, I can't even call it slow burn between Evie and the villain, because I don't even know if they'll get together in this book or not. So like, maybe it's slow burn, maybe it's not. For right now, I'm calling it slow burn, and I'm digging it. I love slow burn. Anyways, I also wanted to talk about the 2 books I picked up at Savers today, because I got volumes 1 and 2 of Heartstopper. I'm going to start the series now. I saw this one first, and then this one was hiding underneath other books. Yeah, I'm excited to get into these. I'm probably gonna read them as soon as I finish Assistant to the Villain, or at least read volume 1. Yeah, volume 1. And then I don't know when I'll read volume 2, but I'm, regardless, excited. And then I could start the TV show if I wanted, when I'm, like, I've read all of that is out, because I forget how many volumes are out now, but hey, now I own the first 2, so it's cool that somebody donated the first 2. Yeah, so this is the only book that I'm, like, currently reading, like, actually actively reading right now. So even though I've started Things We Left Behind, I think that's what it's called, I still haven't picked it up since I read those, like, 40-something pages, because I've been focused on this, because this has been living rent-free in my brain for weeks now. I'm glad I now have Heartstopper to read in between Solo Leveling, because I still don't have past volume 3. So I only have 1 volume to read right now, which I'm very sad about. It's giving me, honest to God, the vibes that it's giving me are like, if you remember, if you've been like a viewer of mine for a while, if you remember me reading Chronicles of Royal High, is that what the first book is called? The Lost Noble, that's what the first book is called. Chronicles of Royal High is the series name, and it's by Rachel Litvin, and this feels like, because that's like middle grade adult, young adult, this is like adult, and it gives the same vibes almost, in like a good way is what I mean. But like, if you read those books and like they were too young for you, like still good but too young for you, read Assistant to the Villain, because it basically gives off like the same cozy fantasy vibes. I'm excited for the next 2 books in this series, because it's going to be a trilogy. I hope they don't take forever to come out. I'm the type of person who will start a series even before there's like an announcement of book 2's title, because I want to support the author, because so many people wait for series to finish and then they binge them all, but like that's not great for the author's income, or like for the publishing house. They see that people don't buy the books as they're coming out, and they're like, oh, we don't need to publish this author anymore, and I don't ever want that to happen. So I always start a series when the first book is out, because I want to support the author, you know? Anyways, that was a little bit of a rant. I'm probably just going to watch YouTube right now. Honestly, I have a prediction. I have a prediction about who the, like, betrayer could be. And if it is who I think it is, I just hope it's done so well, because that would be fucking hilarious, but also, like, incredible. Like, how did they pull it off? So I don't want to say my suspicion, because obviously I'm not trying to spoil anything about this book. It literally just came out, like, let me see, August, last month. If my prediction is true though, like I said, it's gonna be hilarious. But anyways, I will update again tomorrow. I don't know if I'll finish this tomorrow, but if I do, you'll certainly, besides Goodreads, be the first to know. Ignore the pillows, please. Just ignore them. So, reading updates for the night. I decided to read Heartstopper Volume 1 tonight. This is probably the cutest, sweetest thing I've ever read. I'm glad that I had the trigger warning for the sexual assault in here. But, yeah, other than that, I love Nick and I love Charlie. And they're so fucking cute. And I can't wait to continue. I didn't realize only 4 volumes are out right now. I don't know why I thought the 5th one was already out. But I've gotten books, or volumes 3 and 4, already on hold from the library. They'll come in by the weekend. I am so excited. I will be caught up very quickly. Much quicker than Solo Leveling, that's for sure. But yeah, 5 stars. Loved it. Highly recommend. And so, I also decided not to try and read 100 pages of Assistant to the Villain tonight, because now, Whisper, if you don't get the fuck down. So, I will finish this tomorrow, because I read 40 pages tonight. And so, because I've read 40 pages tonight, that means I only have 100 pages left. Hehehe. I am so close to finishing it. Because I only read 40 pages tonight, that means I can just finish this tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. I don't know what book I'll read next. I'm thinking about just continuing on with Things We Left Behind, but I can't stop thinking about Mile High also, which I read the first couple of chapters too. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about just starting Mile High because, like, I need to get that out of my brain, which is basically what happened with this. I need to get it out of my brain. So, yeah, I'm excited because we are how many days into September, and let's see, even though 2 of them were like graphic novels, I've read 5 or technically 4 books so far this month. This one will be my 5th, so by the 14th I'll have read 5 books already, which is insane to me because usually I read 5 books a month. Let me see. Yeah, last month I read 5 books, which, I'm gonna make a September wrap up. August and September. So, I started it in July, but then I finished it in August. I read The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. A lot of feelings about it. Good ones. But, that's one of those types of books where if you told me a year ago that I would have read it and I would have enjoyed it, I would have laughed in your face. But I read like the first 400 pages in July, read the last 200 or so in August. Then I read Stand-In by Lily Chu. I love that book. It's so fucking good. It's so good. Then I reread Terms and Conditions and Icebreaker, which Icebreaker, it was kind of wild. I read the first 230 pages in a day. It was really wild. Anyways, then I read volume 1 of Solo Leveling. So that was 5 books, or I guess like 4.5. But the fact that I'm going to beat that for September and we're halfway through the month basically is wild to me. Like, I don't know how many books I'm gonna read this month, but it's gonna be a lot, that's for sure. So my best reading month of the year was March, where I read 15 books. I read 15 books because I read a whole manga series. I've talked about it, I think, in my, mid-year freakout tag. My worst reading month of the year was May. I read a singular book. The fact that, like, I am actually genuinely, good lord, hi, genuinely falling back in love with reading again is insane to me. Like I used to have, we're talking like 2017, 2018, those were my 2 best reading years of like all time. The only one that came close to it was 2021, where I read 70 books. Like 2017, 2018, I was averaging about, I'd say 7 to 11 books a month, and I so badly missed that. And it's wild to me that I was still averaging that much in 2018, because that's when my TBR was like horrifically out of hand. I had like over 300 to 400 books on my TBR. Yeah, it was horrible. You can see why I'm doing TBR 0 and why I purged like 70% of my TBR. Yeah, Whisper. So, I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. This vlog's not even halfway done yet. And then, yeah, I'll probably start Mile High. And then I'll probably read Heartstopper, volume 2. Oh, I'm so, like, excited by this reading month. Like, I genuinely can't get over this reading month actually being so fucking good, and I'm actually reading the books off of my TBR minus like volume 2 of Solo Leveling and then Heartstopper volume 1. I'm fucking kicking ass. Every single book, like novel that I've read has been off of my TBR. I am so good. I'm so glad the pillows are here, because otherwise Whisper is showing off her butt right now. Since I've finished reading early for the night, I have like an hour of free time, of fuck around time. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will see you all tomorrow when I finish this. Okay, as you can see, I'm practically finished with the book, but I have one thought in this current moment, is that when they have sex finally, it's gonna be fucking like naughty. I don't know how else to describe that, but like, Jesus Christ, they're gonna have fun, that's for sure. Okay, I just finished Assistant to the Villain, and with that ending, but just this whole book, I'm so mad it is not getting the Fourth Wing treatment. It is the same goddamn publishing house. Why is this not more popular? It's so fucking good. It's what every fucking book talk girly wants. It's a fucking villain, morally gray love interest and a hero to like villain origin story. It makes me so mad that more people aren't reading this. It was so fucking good and so fun. And okay, so who I thought was going to be the traitor did not end up being the traitor, although that reveal, oh, so good, so good. What a twist, what a twist. But I'll be honest, because at first I thought this was like a silly goofy time. I thought it was gonna be Kingsley somehow. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be Kingsley, but I did. Anyways, I still love Kingsley. He's still one of my favorite characters. He's so funny. Right, Whisper? I'm going to make a snack now, and I'm going to fill out my reading journal. I should see when I started this vlog, because I don't want to make it go too long. I will see you tomorrow when I tell you what I've started next. And yeah, I'm just so like pumped right now. I don't know why, but I'm so fucking pumped. Maybe because like it's 14 days into the month and I've read 5 fucking books already. Like, who am I? Who am I? I'm falling back in love with reading. She's being a menace, aren't you, Whisper? Yeah, okay. Snacky time. Okay, hi. Whisper in the house. Anyways, went by the library earlier today. Of course, I got volumes 3 and volumes 4 of Heartstopper, and I'm so excited. Oh, it makes me sad though that there's only 4 volumes out and I finally started it. I mean, I guess I can like get volume 5 as a Christmas present to myself. Whisper, come here. As I was saying, nobody wants to see your butt. I guess I'll just get volume 5 as a Christmas present to myself. So like in the sense of that works out, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. And then I've been thinking about this book a lot recently. So I found in the like books for sale a hardcover of An Enchantment of Ravens. If you've been here a while, you know I love this book. It's a 5-star read. It's a first printing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have a hardcover of this now. It was only $1, which is such a steal because it's $17.99 retail. So yeah, those are my reading updates for today. Okay, I'm ending the vlog tonight just because it is Sunday now. I didn't read or vlog yesterday because I was with my boyfriend. But I want to talk about reading updates and a mini book haul because I got 3 books. Anyways, let's talk about reading updates. Okay, so I started Mile High on Friday and read 120 pages in a singular sitting. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. So I don't know if I'm gonna read any more tonight. If I don't, that's fine, because tonight I read volume 2 of Heartstopper, and God, I love Nick and I love Charlie. I love Nick the most. Maybe it's because I'm bisexual. I love them so much. This was so cute. 5 stars. I need to log this on Goodreads that I've read this. But yeah, I love them. I love them so much. And now I can start the show. Which, fuck, I think I'm gonna do that tonight. I think I may do that literally right after I'm done filming this clip. I might just throw it on. Because I know season 1 spans these 2 volumes, I believe. If I'm correct. But yeah, so read this tonight, 5 out of 5 stars. But this is otherwise my current read. I'm really enjoying it. I really enjoy Stevie, and as we get to know, they call him Xanders, but that's not his name. What is his name? His name is Evan Xanders. I wish they would just call him Evan. I don't know. Not by his last name, which is Xanders, because it's such a awkward name. I like that Evan is black. Like, I really like that. I like that Stevie is mixed also. I just really like that, and I'm just very excited to keep going. But let's talk about the books I got. So first off, the first 2 are from Savers. I got a paperback copy of Cloud Cuckoo Land. I had a hardcover of this at one point, but I got rid of it because it was absolutely filthy and I couldn't stand it anymore. So basically, it's been a waiting game for a cleaner and a paperback copy to come into Savers, and it finally did. And I'm so excited to get into this because if you know, I absolutely adored All the Light We Cannot See. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm so excited. Next one is Furyborn by Claire Legrand. I remember this coming out because, funnily enough, I bought the hardcover and I absolutely hated the hardcover because it has deckled edges. I hate deckled edges, like, with a burning fiery passion in me. And then I never got into it because it was around the time of when I had like a 300 book TBR, so I ended up getting rid of it eventually. But I found this paperback and I keep seeing it online on my For You page on Instagram with quotes and stuff, so I was like, you know what, let me try it out. It is 470 pages, so it's not 500 pages. I can get the next 2 books from the library. But yeah, it's a fantasy. There's 2 characters that take place, their stories take place for 1,000 years apart from each other, which is wild to me. And then the last book, my boyfriend and I went on a little adventure today. I'm not gonna say to where, but we went to this really nice comic book shop and I got Heartstopper Volume 4 because they had it. I'm so excited. And I told my boyfriend, I love that there's not a Netflix sticker on it. I know when Volume 5 comes out that it will be inescapable by that point. More than likely there's going to be a Netflix sticker on it, which pains me, but you can't escape it. At least I have, for so far, all of my copies of this series. Yeah, so I don't own Volume 3, but I at least have it out from the library. So, yeah, this was my book haul. Let's give a recap of all the books I read just this week. Let's see. So, I read Solo Leveling Volume 2. I read Assistant to the Villain. I read Heartstopper Volumes 1 and 2, and then made it 120 pages into this. That is a very successful reading vlog, I would say so myself. I am 7, or technically 6 books in to the reading month, and there's still so many more books that I want to read. I will be filming a September wrap-up just because of how successful this reading month was, and I'll want to talk about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog, because I certainly had a good time making it. Like, I had such a fun time making it, and I think my next reading vlog is going to be, if I can get all the copies in like at the same time, I'm going to make a reading vlog reading the first 7 volumes of the Fullmetal Alchemist Full Metal versions, because my boyfriend and I finished the series yesterday, and I miss my babies. I miss them so much. I miss them so much. I can't believe we watched that whole show in like under 2 months. I am changed. I'm a changed person. Will I always love Code Geass because it was the first anime I ever watched? Yes. Will I always love Fruits Basket? Yes. But does Fullmetal Alchemist just trump them both? Yes. Completely. 100%. I love it so much. So yeah, that is going to be my next reading vlog, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I get the I have 4 to 7 out coming from the library, and then my boyfriend owns 1 to 3. So hopefully I'll get them all in enough time. Yeah, okay. Thank you for watching this reading vlog. If you enjoyed it, I would appreciate it if you gave me a like, maybe a comment. We can talk about books in the comments together. I will see you next time. Goodbye.